Hi everybody, good evening. So I want to go ahead and display this for you guys. So let's go ahead and get started. It is on our thoughts and our perspectives. Our thoughts and our perspectives are so important. Just like the Bible says, we need to renew and transform our mind and our hearts. Our mind is our thoughts and our heart is our motives and our intentions. So right here I have this glass. And I'm not tricking nobody, it literally is half full, right? It's in the middle. So, for your perspective, is this glass half empty or is it half full? It all depends on your perspective and the way that you see life. Because no matter what, there's still water in this cup. No matter if you think it's half full or half empty. And even if you see your life as half empty, you got to start to focus on what is still in it. That is what's important. And like the saying goes, be happy for what you have and don't focus on what you do not have. That's where true happiness comes from. So let's go ahead. I want to take this glass, okay? And I have all different types of pieces. They're little pieces of straws. Some are big, some are small. These represent our thoughts. Some thoughts are big and some are small. But let's just say, for instance, let's say that this was a fly and this is our cup. And a fly ends in your cup. Would you want to drink it? Most people will say, no, I wouldn't want to drink it. Well, how about now? What if the fly is taken out? Would you want to drink it now? The fly is no longer in there. But if we take it, if the fly was still in there and we took it out, this is what's left over from the fly. Whether we see it or not, that's what the fly did to our cup. This is what negative thoughts do to our mind. So let's go ahead and add all these thoughts. I had a bad day. Life just does not go my way. I'm stupid. I made bad mistakes. This one is big, so it represents my life and my past. This one represents the worries. It was a big one too. That represents the worry for the future. And this represents control, okay? If you could really see the top, you would see that there's no more room to add anything else in there. This is like our mind. When our mind is so clogged with negative thinking, nothing else can get in. So just like we put those dots in, let's just do 3. This is all the time we spend on social media. This is all the time that we spend watching TV. And this is all the time we spend complaining. With just 3 thoughts, you guys, this water used to be clear. And as you see, it is no longer clear. This is what negative thinking does to our mind, okay? So now I want to take it a little step further. This water right here, it's completely clear. There's no food coloring in it at all. So what we are going to do, how do we get these negative thoughts out of our mind now, right? And this represents positive thinking, and this represents our thoughts now. We have to begin to pour in positive thoughts. And the more we pour in positive thoughts, the more negative thoughts get out. But there's still some floating on the top. So we have to get them out. And as you see, some came out very easy. When we begin to focus on positive things, the negative thoughts leave. But there's still some that are in there. And it's because we have deep-rooted issues within us that until we begin to work on them, identify them, and take them out of us, release them out of us, they will still be in our mind. And we have to continue to pour into our thinking. And now all the thoughts are gone, but look at what it has done behind us. This is why we have racing thoughts. That's why our thoughts continuously come in patterns over and over and over again. We need to learn to stop. When we begin to see ourselves in a cycle, we really need to begin to stop thinking that way. And literally, you have to sometimes just close your eyes and be like, nope, I'm not going to think these thoughts. Nope, I'm not going to think these thoughts. And then say 3 positive affirmations. Today has been a great day. I'm still thankful to be alive. I have a roof over my head and I am worth it. And you have to keep repeating this until you no longer have those emotions to trigger those thoughts, okay? And the more you keep pouring in the positive thinking, the more clear your thoughts become. And I still have more positive. And let me tell you what is so beautiful. Because what's inside of us, we have to give to others. So if we're filled with bitterness, if we're filled with sadness, if we're filled with hurt and regret and sorrow, that's all we have to pour out of us. But now that we have clear thinking again, pure thinking and intentions, the more we pour into ourselves, the more overflows onto everybody else around us. Now we have this positive, this love, this light to share with everybody else around us, okay? But now let me show you guys what happens when we don't maintain the positive thinking and continue to pour in and get out these deep-rooted issues that have been in our lives. Like for me, for an example, I used to deal with a deep-rooted issue. It was called rejection. And I had it since I was about 3 years old. I had a deep-rooted issue called abandonment. I've had that since about 5 years old. And when people would trigger, no, they didn't trigger me, I allowed them to trigger me. When people would do certain things that I didn't like, it would trigger me, and my reactions to it were negative. But when I started to realize why I was getting upset with certain things that people were doing, I realized, oh, it's because they're rejecting me. Now I don't mind if people reject me. I don't care if people abandon me. I don't care if people leave my life. It is what it is. It's not going to affect me no more because I've been able to identify it. I've been able to work through those past challenges that I had, and the root of it when my mom left, or when people would reject me since a young age, the people in my family. And once I started to work on that, identify them and let it go, it no longer bothers me today. I'm no longer chained to my past. I'm no longer weighed down by life, okay? But we need to be careful, because once in a blue moon, we'll start to think negative thoughts again. And if we're not careful, this is what's going to happen. Even just the smallest thought, I don't know if you guys can see it, it turned pink. And if you keep even just allowing a little bit in, our water is diluted again. That means our mind is diluted again. We truly need to work on our thoughts. The battle is within us. It is not external things. We always like to say, well, that person made me mad. Well, this person did that and they triggered me. No, 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 no. It doesn't, you need to take your focus off of what other people are doing and focus internally and think, why am I reacting this way? Why did they bother me? And once you begin to ask yourself, why did they bother me? Why did I get so upset? Is when you can truly begin to change. Okay, and then like you see on the board, let me go ahead and read it to you guys. It says, one change I have succeeded, and one thing I'm still working on. So this is a question that I leave with you guys. What have you been working on lately that you have been successful in? And I'm talking about internal things, not external. We're talking about internal things. What have you done lately to overcome a challenge in your life? And what is one thing that you know you need to work on? Go ahead and write those down and begin to analyze yourself from within. I really hope that you guys got something out of this lesson. Until next time.